aside. I am the Lord man. I am the Lord. Ronald Nsubuga. I also wish to sincerely appreciate our religious and cultural leaders for their prayers, spiritual guidance, courage, encouragement, and moral support. Your wisdom and counsel gave us strength and hope during this journey. And your continued prayers for peace, unity, and development remain valuable to our city. To my fellow contenders, Elias Lukwago, Moses Chizito Suga, Beatrice Mao, Nabila Nagai Sempala, Eddie Masira Tibalama, and Jonathan, I sincerely thank you for participating in this that would have been the democratic process. You know what happened? For you to be announced at the Paris Center was like going for a war in not even Somalia. Iran. You know it better. It was war. There is no single candidate, particularly in the opposition, that did not have that space. But we want to appreciate God for choosing us. So we may have had different ideas and approaches. We were all united by a common desire to serve Kampala. To see Kampala progress. I respect your contribution to public service and look forward to working together for the good of our city. I also wish to extend my deepest appreciation to all our supporters, volunteers, coordinators, mobilizers, agents, well-wishers, and the people of Kampala who stood with us throughout this journey. Your sacrifice, resilience, dedication, and belief in our shared vision made this victory possible. You remain committed even during difficult moments, and this victory belongs to every person who believes that Kampala deserves accountable, inclusive, and people-centered leadership. There's no doubt that I fall in that category. As Lord Mayor, I pledge to serve with humility, integrity, transparency, and unwavering commitment to transform and progress of Kampala. You are all aware that the roles of the Lord Mayor are simple. For those of you who say that the Lord Mayor is powerless, I will not agree with you. The Lord Mayor has critical roles to play. And that's why majority of us contended for this position. Otherwise, we would have gone for other positions. The position of the Lord Mayor is a strong one. The Lord Mayor is the political head of the city. The Lord Mayor is in charge of programs, policies, and strategies to enhance service delivery in the city. And I do believe that you know the roles of the ED. The ED advises council. The ED implements programs and strategies that the council approves. So I want to say thank you for accepting ED. Thank you for accepting to work with me. And believe me, I am going to work with you in a serious way. As we plan for the future of Kampala, we must also recognize an important reality, a strategy with no all inaccurate data is mere politics. It's mere politics. Effective urban planning, service delivery, infrastructure development, and budgeting must be grounded in incredible, updated, and realistic data. One would reasonably wonder whether Kampala's officially recorded night population of a mere 1.79 million people truly reflects the actual number of residents of this city. Can any one of you believe that we have a mere 1.7 million people in Kampala? A night population of 1.79 million? To me, I don't believe. I do not believe. The visible pressure on our roads, drainage systems, schools, health facilities, housing, markets, and waste facilities strongly suggest that the current census figures may not truly reflect the true scale of Kampala's population and urban activity. This highlights the urgent need for accurate data collection, proper urban mapping, and evidence-based planning to ensure that government policies, resource allocations, and development strategies genuinely respond to the realities on the ground. Kampala remains the economic, social, and cultural heartbeat of Uganda. It contributes approximately 79% to the country's GDP. Our capital is made of 5 administrative divisions: Central, Machinde, Nakawa, Kawempe, Rubaga. It hosts a day population of about 4 million people, with a net population that I mentioned earlier, 1.797 in the previous census. Kampala is a home to over 170,000 registered refugees and over 240,000 economic migrants who come to seek opportunity, who come seeking opportunities and a better future. Kampala covers approximately 189 square kilometers. The city consists of 101 parishes and about 841 villages. The authority is governed through 34 councillors, and when you add me, we become 35. At the city hall, and 263 councillors across the 5 divisions. Kampala is also a major commercial hub with 18 public markets and 78 private markets supporting thousands of traders, small businesses and families. However, of the 18 public markets, only Wandegela, Bugolobi and Busega markets currently provide relatively decent workspaces, while many of the others remain in poor conditions and require urgent modernization, sanitation improvement, and better infrastructure. Recently, government enforcement operations removed more than 35,000 street vendors, hawkers, and kiosk owners from roads and streets across the city. While order and proper urban management are important, many families were left without livelihood, highlighting the urgent need for organized, humane, and inclusive economic alternative for low-income earners and informal workers who form a big part of Kampala's economy. Here in Kampala, over 60% of the people are in informal economy. So we must, as a matter of urgency, sir, by law, we must address that issue. Today, you will find that the majority of the people that were just from the streets have become thieves. Just yesterday, I found someone in the hospital having been hit with a paver, cracked the skull, blood entered the brain, and his nursing wounds. So we must try to organize decent workspaces for the informal sector. Even before we do give out PDM, let us think, organize decent workspaces. These are the challenges. Kampala is strong economic activity. Despite Kampala's strong economic activity, unemployment remains a major challenge, estimated at about 14%, especially among the youths. Many young people possess skills that unfortunately do not match the demands of the modern economy, creating growing concern around unemployable skills and limited opportunities. When I was a mayor for Nakawa division, I told you I went through the ranks from Chairman LC1, Chairman LC2, Councillor LC5. In 2002, I was a councillor here at the district during the second tenure. So some of you thought that I was new in politics. No, I've been here for some good time. So when I was a mayor at Nakawa, I made a research and found out that actually our youths had unemployable skills. Because I have majority of the factories in Nakawa. As we conclude the current financial year with a budget of approximately 950 billion and prepare for a projected budget of over $1 trillion, our budget is going to be at least over $1 trillion the next financial year. In the coming financial year, we are reminded both of the immense responsibility before us and the enormous potential our city possesses. However, given the scale of urban challenges and population pressure facing the city, budget allocation remains far below the actual infrastructure and service delivery demands of Kampala. The former mayor has often spoken about this, that we actually get peanut. We are supposed to get over 2.2 billion trillion every year, because we are the economic hub for the government of Uganda. Rapid urbanization continues to place big pressure on infrastructure and public services. Kampala generates over 2,500 tons of garbage. But I believe and I know, because I've made research, it only collects less than 1,000 tons of garbage. This is too small. So the rest of the garbage is either burned, and you know that burning is very destructive to the environment. It's either dumped on the streets of Kampala, and you find that Kampala is one of the dirtiest cities in the world. Or it even goes up Lake Victoria. Recently, National Water came out and said, please stop dumping garbage. For when this garbage is dumped, it runs up Lake Victoria, and it makes the cost of treating water high, because National Water has got to treat this water to make it palatable for use. but they use 6 times the amount they used to use in 2006. You cannot believe that at some of the showers, the lake has maggots. And it's all because we dump garbage. So garbage is a very big challenge. It does not only block our road infrastructure, to an extent of our roads getting immersed in water, submerged in water. And we have invested quite a lot of money. So garbage is a problem. And the other thing you should know is that the quality of garbage that we generate in the city is the poorest. And why? Because we do not sort garbage at source. We don't collect enough, and even the quality is bad. You find our garbage has a fecal matter, and that's the reason that diseases are affecting our communities. Our communities are always diseased, and as you are aware that a diseased community is unproductive. So it's one way. If we deal with garbage, we will have dealt with quite a number of challenges. So garbage is one critical challenge that we must address. It's critical. And we have solutions to this. We have solutions. So waste management is further complicated by poor sorting and limited recycling systems. Our road network extends approximately 2,110 kilometers. Over that, only majority of it is unpaved. We only have about, I think, 35, 40? 38? We have not made 38 yet, because we don't have a road inventory in the city. We don't have a clear road inventory in the city. But we don't have, and majority of the paved roads are outlived the design life. You know, when we design roads, we design them for a specific time. A road is like a person. It must be maintained. Our roads actually have outlived the design life. That's the reason that they have potholes. Patch here, tomorrow, another pothole comes. So many roads remain unpaved, contributing to traffic congestion. Here in the Kampala, this is a research that was made by Colas. Colas is one of the companies that KCC wants to use. In Kampala alone, we lose over 240,000 man hours. 40,000 man hours. 40,000 man hours. You drive from Banda and it takes 2 hours to Kampala because of From Jinja, it takes 4 hours. Imagine people in the bus. So we lose 240,000 man-hours every day in the jam. And in the mountain towns, they clearly say that we lose 10 trillion every year. Therefore, we must make sure that we work on our roads. It's a big challenge. We lose productive time, and we must, as a matter of fact, address that issue. So, the challenge is I'm coming on the road. Atengera kwetaaga sente nyingi okukola enguudo. We also face serious social infrastructure gaps. Kampala currently has only, I want you to pay attention to this. Kampala has only 79 government-aided primary schools. I want to take keen interest in this. Countries have developed because of human capital development. Here in Uganda, we produce 2.4 million babies every year. But only, according to the Ministry of Education, only 1.88 million commence primary 1. 7 years down the road, only 740,000 sit for PLE. 1.14 million drop out before completing primary 2. And we pose that we have a clear policy of education that we cannot implement. The policy is very clear. It's the reason that I gave you the number of parishes that we have. We have 101 parishes in the city, but only 50 parishes have government-aided primary schools. I'm talking about government-aided. These schools are not owned by government. Government only owns 23 of the 79 schools. 23. The rest are foundation body schools. We are Islam, we are Catholic. We cannot even develop on their property. We can't. It hurts. Recently, I hosted the former Speaker of Parliament, Atuuziddwa, SS, and she said, "What is this? The buildings that I left are still the buildings that they are even almost collapsing." Because KCCA cannot develop on a title that it does not own. But listen, gentlemen, today, KCCA, the landlord, sells off land of schools in Kampala. Just a few weeks ago, they were selling off all the Kampala secondary school land. KCCA procures land expensively in the city. Recently we saw that one acre was going to cost 32 billion. 1 acre of land in the city. But it had valued its own 1 acre at a mere 4 billion. You sell off 4 billion and procure 32 billion. What economic sense is there? What economic sense is there? Ladies and gentlemen. The policy is clear that every parish should have a government, not even government aided, should have a government primary school. But it has government aided. We only have 23, if I can remember very well. That must stop. It's the reason that we have a high dropout rates. Minister, that must stop. I am the Lord Mayor. speak like that. But I'm a good man. And the Lord knows I'm a good man. 51 parishes have no single school. We have parishes bigger than districts. A parish like Mutungo has over 120,000 people. It has no primary school. It has no market. What will the people do? So, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to secondary schools, similar. I don't think that we have purely government public schools, purely public schools. We may only have about 6 or 7. The rest are government aided. And the schools that we take as government aided are these high-end schools that we support here in case the kind of these big ones, you know. I'm sorry to mention the Nabisunsa, high-end. And that's what we call ours. Imagine. That's what we call ours. Nabisunsa is high-end, it's not for the poor people. Makan College and others are high-end. Our poor people cannot manage, and that's the reason that people are dropping out of school because of lack of infrastructure, and that goes with schools. It is particularly painful that at the time when the city urgently needs more land for public schools and social infrastructure, there are concerns about the sale of school land that should instead be protected for future generations. Health. In the health sector, Kampala currently manages only 8 public health facilities. 2 health center halls, 4 health center frees, and 2 health center twos, which remain overstretched due to the high urban population and increasing healthcare demands. Many of these facilities continue to experience congestion, inadequate equipment, staffing limitations, and pressure on service delivery. When you got places like Kansanga, Kabalagala, which has hosted, it's a community that has hosted refugees, the pressure is too high, too much. We need school infrastructure right there. According to findings by the IDG, Kampala capital city has also faced concerns regarding corruption and public accountability. This underscores the urgent need to strengthen transparency, integrity, and efficiency within the city governance. Kampala is home to approximately 52,000 households, each looking for the city for opportunities, dignity, security, and improved services. These challenges are real, but are not beyond our ability to solve. They are a call for better planning, accountable leadership, innovation, professionalism, compassion, and collective responsibility. I firmly believe that through integrity, strategic leadership, partnership, and active citizen participation, we can transform Kampala into a cleaner, organized, inclusive, and productive and sustainable city for all. As Lord Mayor of Kampala, my mission is to build a clean, organized, inclusive, productive, and accountable city that works for all its people. In pursuit of this mission, my administration will convene a broad stakeholders engagement platform to discuss and shape the Kampala we want. I want to appreciate Bishop Chazi recently made a conference for the people to discuss the Kampala they want. Unfortunately, the people here from Namasuba and the people from Kampala. How I wish that we have the same here in Kampala. This engagement will be guided by the existing legal and the policy framework governing the city, but most importantly, the Kampala Capital City Authority Strategic Plan for financial year 2025-26 to financial year 2029-2030. The future of Kampala cannot be designed by leaders alone. It must be shaped collectively by all stakeholders whose daily work, investment, and sacrifice sustain this city. We shall therefore engage leaders at every level. We shall call the landlords, property owners, business community, Uganda Revenue Authority and other agencies, investment authority, market vendors, street vendors, workers, taxi drivers, taxi owners, border riders, and their associations, professionals, urban planners, youths, women, civil society, religious leaders, utility service providers, including UEP, Uganda Electricity Transmission Company Limited, and others in that category, Uganda Telecom, MTN, National Water, and every kind of trade. Why? Unfortunately, not because I don't want to stay in one place, but I'm going to do another. Why? Chiri local nyoka sula, chiri professional, okishikala okangambume, lobi achinjikitizecho. Through this inclusive process, we shall discuss practical solutions on urban order, transport, drainage, sanitation, garbage management, youth employment, public markets, informal trades, infrastructure, technology, public safety, and sustainable urban development. The Kampala we want. Why should you walk on a road, make it very good, notable, and tomorrow National Water comes and cuts it, and even fails to reinstate it? Well, I want to get that. Because we really need is that Italy must stop. I am a person speaking with experience. Over 30 years experience in engineering. I have a master's degree in Master of Science in Engineering. Not just engineering, but Master of Science in Engineering. Master's degree. I have different certificates, different diplomas in construction, diplomas in architecture. I used to lecture at the university when I had just a mere diploma. That means I'm competent in some of these things, especially the designs. I've handled a number of projects, big projects, national projects. When the Pope was coming, I was nominated to spearhead the reconstruction of Namkongo. With the Pope, first citizen of the world, if I should say, I am the one who handled the project and was able to complete it in 3 months, record time. So I've worked for quite a number of people. I've lectured at the university for over 11 years. I had a diploma teaching degree students. You can now imagine. Now I have a master's, and it's not just previously attained. we want to sit as key stakeholders in Kampala and discuss the Kampala we want. You want a Kampala where someone just drops litters anyhow? You want a Kampala where anyone trespasses anywhere? Where a tree will be just cut? Where jumping like will be normal? Where someone drives one way? Where national water will come and cut your road without permission? That's not going to happen. And that must be dealt with in that stakeholders engagement. For us, people in Kampala, to discuss the Kampala we want, make resolutions, which resolutions will be adopted by council. But we shall do that guided by the strategic plan. We cannot go away from it. We have a strategic plan that is in operation. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a class charter in place. We have a contract, a social contract with the people of Kampala on how to handle some of these projects. Record time. Our goal is simple: to restore trust. People have no trust in Kampala now, but want to restore trust by calling these experts and coming out with solutions, practical solutions. Calling the members of parliament, calling those border borders. They know their interest more than you. So why do you debate for them? Why do you discuss for them? Why don't you bring them on board and discuss the Kampala they want, so that you later go and adopt the same in council? I can see many people are contesting as speakers. You know, council is guided by the speaker. So we shall restore trust, strengthen service delivery, promote dignity for all citizens, and create a Kampala that is planned, competitive, environmentally responsible, and economically vibrant. Together, through dialogues, professionalism, integrity, and collective responsibility, we shall build the Kampala we want for this generation and the generation to come. As Lord Councillor, as Lord Mayor, I propose to promote the rule of law, fight impunity, and gradually transform the mindset of all the people living, working, and conducting business in the city. The law shall be applied fairly and consistently without selectivity or discrimination. Today we have a big challenge of impunity. Gamba no, you are doing something wrong, you are arrested. Gamba no, Gamba you get alone. That is not going to happen. That impunity must stop. And through such engagements, we must agree that no one will need a party to college jam a party will. Ababaki no bifu tatanga leke sisiye, ubaki za mumi, ubaki za mundo tukwatemu tukayu. Tujipata, levali waku kukwati geni na hawa, lawa kutiza ke sisiye, hawa kutiza director, kahati atenzi. Government we saze ukumenya ubuyumba, nabali n'abayumba kukubu, kali neat. Mutungo. Leo nakajewo nganzenga bikasiseresa amani. Nenga jawo habala bonaka laba ne Lord Mayor kiwaka ki lapika tutewo bafu. Abate kedenti ati waliwo ekisimu. So twagala kutandikira kwabo abeita balopu. Lero byavuga bulungi. Lopu toja kumpona wano kibuga. Tugera kuwange batajja kumpira. hope to tell you one. This process will begin through the stakeholders engagement that I talked about, and we shall have our goal to build a disciplined, orderly, responsible, and citizen-centered Kampala that works for everyone. As part of my mission to build a cleaner and more sustainable Kampala, my administration proposes, I do propose, Sida government I will do, but I propose. I told you that I'm the initiator. I initiate strategies in the city. So I will propose to council to explore and promote modern waste technologies capable of permanently solving the city's garbage crisis in an environmentally responsible manner. One of the technologies, I was recently telling Mr. Seruf that in Germany, they visited one of the technologies, but I think, was it cabinet or they never approved it. But recently I was with the ED and introduced one of the technologies of interest is the EKT technology, developed in Brazil and used in parts of Uruguay and other countries. According to the information published by ektglobal.com, the technology is designed to transform urban, industrial, and agricultural waste into valuable industrial products with a zero waste. Ladies and gentlemen, the other machine I saw, you get waste, it has magnets that pulls out metal, but the rest is crushed and they produce products out of it. One of them that I saw and I have at home, bring it here. There is a small park. A small park. When they crash, it forms some powder. It's in this. And from this, they make 7 products. This is wood. Synthetic wood. This is what is made from waste. They don't sort, just grind. Pull out metals, grind with even plastics. And they make this powder. From this powder, they make 7 products. Which are these? Let me read mine. The system reportedly converts waste into products such as bioorganic fertilizers, note this, biosynthetic wood. This is the wood. It has a strength almost equal to concrete. This wood, this wood, even much harder. It is used in claddings, construction of houses, and it's a technology that does not affect the environment. The good thing is that the developers are here in Uganda. I requested the ED to interface with them, but it also produces electricity and diesel in addition to wood. It also produces briquettes. that does not affect the environment. So we shall stop cutting our tree cover. In Uganda, we cut every year 84,000 hectares of tree cover for biomass. So by having this, we are good to go. And what do they need? They need space, according to them. And they need guarantee that we will be able to supply, to keep them garbage for over 20 years. That memorandum. They are ready to produce and sell these products. I want this lawyer to have a feel of these products. But let me first show the ED and the minister. Can you come and take the minister? Only that product says so. You don't remain with anything apart from metal that is pulled out. The rest is crushed and you get products. We shall create employment opportunities. It is also said that using this you reduce waste 8 times. So we don't deserve to use landfills or dump sites. These are outdated. They are actually outdated. Let us love Kampala, love Uganda, and have a sustainable system. I know some of you may be depending on garbage, but I know you can even depend on garbage by selling these products, because it will create employment. So these are the innovations that we want Kampala to have, to create opportunities for our young generation. So, products such as fertilizers, biosynthetic wood for construction, liquid fuel, thermoelectric energy, briquettes, industrial raw material, and petroleum, while reducing landfill dependency and environmental pollution. The technology also reduces waste 8 times, and it would be the best solution for decommissioning cities. If we only give that site for them to temporarily be there and sort out the Chitezi issue, they can take all that garbage and produce good stuff. For Kampala, this presents an opportunity to rethink garbage not as waste, but as a resource capable of generating employment, clean energy, industrial materials, environmental protection, and new economic opportunities. My administration will therefore engage experts, environmental agencies, investors, development partners, and relevant government institutions to study the feasibility of adopting sustainable waste to resource technologies that can help eliminate uncontrolled dumping, reduce pollution in wetlands and Lake Victoria, but also improve public health and restore dignity to our city. As Lord Mayor, my vision is to build a well-planned, orderly, accessible, and resilient city that supports both economic growth and better quality of life for all our people. Our drainage, oh my God, our drainage. My administration will restore, protect, expand, and regularly maintain drainage channels to reduce flooding, protect property, safeguard lives, and improve public health. In the World Bank report of 2008, it revealed that in Uganda, we lose over 100 million students every day. It rains, every time it rains, every time it floods. I'm about to finish. So it is important that we work on drains to avoid flooding, because the greatest enemy of a road is water. When it floods, the road gets submerged in water. It deteriorates very fast. Therefore, it's important that we safeguard the infrastructure by making sure that we have a garbage, making sure that we build drains. On urban planning, we shall promote disciplined and sustainable city development guided by the law, professional standards, and long-term interests of Kampala. We shall work to reduce unplanned settlements. Don't think that these people want to stay in such ghettos, but we must look to help them on having good settlements. Protect public spaces. Majority of our public spaces have been taken away. Long time ago, we used to have spaces where we could play, but have been sold off. Kololo, is it Kololo SS? Land has been sold off. It's a field where young people would go and play games, go back tired. That's the reason that they have now negative energy. We used to play, go back tired and sleep. Today, they use that energy to steal because we have sold off the open spaces that they used to develop their territories from. Preserve critical infrastructure corridors. Today, I've seen people constructing in our road reserves. That must end. Actually, we must make an inventory of all the assets and property that we have, including road reserves, because we manage road reserves. And ensure that physical development supports modern urban planning. On transport, I'm going to be very brief on this. We shall engage all stakeholders to promote more and more organized, safe, affordable, and efficient transport system. This includes improving road infrastructure, supporting better traffic management, creating order within the public transport sector, and promoting non-motorized transport and smart mobility solutions for a future of Kampala. I told you that because of time we lose 240,000 man-hours. So by doing this, we shall have reduced jam. On enforcement, my administration believes in firm but fair enforcement guided by the rule of law, professionalism, and respect for human dignity. Laws and regulations shall be applied consistently and without selectivity, while ensuring continuity, continuous public sensitization and stakeholders engagement, so that there is order in the city. Together we shall build a cleaner, organized, modern, sustainable Kampala that every citizen can be proud of, and every citizen call it home. As Lord Mayor, I propose to operationalize, be attentive about this, to operationalize committees, street committees, in accordance with the KCCA Act. Minister, Ulisa, I propose to operationalize street committees in accordance with the KCCA Act. These committees will strengthen community participation and serve as important grassroots platforms for identifying and reporting service delivery gaps across the city. When we have a committee, the street has its own committee. Someone will not play around with the street. You knock an electric pole, the committee team is there to see and be assured that you will reinstate it. When you pour a garbage anyhow, the committee will be there to see and report to KCCA. We have a class charter, which is a contract between the people of the Kampala and KCCA. It was signed by the Lord Mayor, Elias Kubago, and the ED. This is a contract between KCCA and the people. If I report, for example, if I take so long to approve your plan, beyond say 2 months, I can even take you to council law. If there is a pothole and you report a pothole within 48 hours, it must be fixed. This is a contract. between KCC, and therefore I call upon the staff to make sure that we don't go into spending taxpayers' money because the contract is in existence. Council, contract said to Kola, to go to Chuki, and said to me, Saga. We have a social contract, grants charter.
The Honorable Lord Mayor in Kola Ilanja Kuya Bakula Latino in Kola Kampala.
Hey, you, Kola. KCC will have a responsibility, a social responsibility to fix roads, to take garbage, and it's in the contract. Therefore, we must not go around. Councillors have an obligation. It is clearly stated in the strategic plan. You must report, and we are going to make sure that we select a day to speak to our people, to our voters. Show them where we are. The good thing I procured a truck that I will use at the start as the ED helps in making sure that it provides machines and all that we shall be using to have others at the time that we shall set. So these committees are in the law. And some of the areas have committees of the kind. We are neighborhood committees. The Musina Banande, the Zikola. In Canada we have, in SAS we have, neighbors committee, neighborhood committees. And they have worked a great deal. There are not going to be, there are residents, citizens, serious citizens that will form themselves into a committee and be able to jealously guard their property. The committees will support the implementation of service commitments, service standards, feedback mechanism, and communication channels provided under the grants charter, which is a social contract between the KCCA and the people of Kampala. Through this approach, we shall strengthen accountability, responsiveness, transparency, and citizen engagement in the delivery of public service throughout the city. As Lord Mayor, my administration proposes to fully operationalize the property rates governing laws and regulations under the Local Government Rating Act in order to strengthen accountability, improve service delivery, and restore public confidence in the local tax regime. Come here, Mr. On the Evaluation Court. The Tekaligamba, the Santa Zikunganishipwa, Muchitundu, Zinatayo, Muchitundu, the Zikola between Amanga, Emiara, Kasasiro, Satellite, Engudo, Letutona, Abesudi Vanasalanga, and stone. You can't know the chicken of Laganti, there is value for money. Stone, Atari Sokutako, Ebitundu, Abim Vital, which should never see administration. The plan, Tesiquati Bako, Sigala Pure, Okusavina, infrastructure development. Now, they're concerned with the Taxpayers Association. Elimuteka, the Taxpayers Association. The Taxpayers Association. Ntabatu mukitundu, the one managing Chichi Tebagalo Kolebwa. Yeteka. It has never been repealed. So law, and take away the only money, the law in Sako, Tino Kuala, Chevatalu of law. Rule of law is the implementation of the enforcement of the law, not just mere speaking of the law. Yes, I have already talked. When I was in Parliament, I spoke to Minister of Finance, and they said they are going to operationalize that. And I believe that it will be one thing that will make Kampala move strides. When we make all those roads within our communities, we can make Kampala a happy, walkable, clean, and smart city. That's what we want. No, that's what we want, my boss. So there is a saying, you know. So, councillors, we are going to form. We are going to go back home, work with chairpersons at every level to make sure that we constitute, we establish these committees that are going to trickle down service delivery so that the people that pay taxes, they get to know that there is value for money. Otherwise, today, they have no and nothing in control. To further strengthen transparency and citizen participation, we also propose to facilitate the establishment. Yes, that taxpayers association has talked about. Our goal on this is simple. Our goal is simple: to build trust between a manner that directly improves the quality of lives of people in Kampala. Kampala cannot become a modern, efficient, and livable city unless we confront corruption. One pastor recently visited my home and told me that a thief in Kampala, capital city, also says the Kampala capital city babi. You know, Kampala capital city. There was the pastor. Kampala capital city, Kampala capital city babi. Therefore, it's important that we work together, and I trust the technical team that we shall indeed work together to make sure that we have zero corruption. Therefore, I strongly support the establishment of a robust integrity and accountability unit within Kampala Capital City Authority to promote transparency, efficiency, ethical leadership, and public confidence in the management of Kampala's affairs. This unit should serve as a cornerstone in strengthening institutional accountability and ensuring that public resources are used solely for the benefit of the citizens. I want also to say this: the current leadership, those councillors did not come back, but they are called thieves by the public. I was told of a councillor who went and visited a school and put the head teacher on cuffs, handcuffs. That kind of corruption must. And believe me, and I'm going to be very tough on matters concerning corruption. With corruption, you're eating the road. With corruption, you're destroying something. You're destroying the life. Therefore, we must join together and fight corruption. I call upon the technical team to run away from this. Run away from this. So as part of this reform agenda, we shall fully digitize approvals. I want to request the team, because we are strategic thinkers. When we went to Rwanda, we found that almost everything is digitized. The approvals, the payments, procurement systems, they had e-procurement systems. So in order to minimize human interfaces, eliminate leakages, and enhance operational efficiency, we shall also strengthen e-procurement, introduce public tracking mechanism for service requests, and operationalize effective citizen feedback platforms in line with the client's charter, recently signed by the Lord Mayor and Executive Director. The future of Kampala depends on building institutions that are transparent, responsive, and accountable to the people. By embracing technology, strengthening oversight, and promoting a culture of integrity, we can restore public trust and lay a firm foundation for a cleaner, safer, and more prosperous city for all. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the city cannot be designed by leaders alone. It must be shaped collectively by all stakeholders, those who daily work, invest, and sacrifice sustainable, or sacrifice, sustain this city. I have already agreed the Executive Director to organize stakeholders engagement after approval by Council so that we can discuss the Kampala we want. I call upon you, ladies and gentlemen, to join me in that so that we can build trust amongst our people. I end by thanking the Almighty and thanking KCCA for organizing this, but also apologize to those that we are stopped from coming in because of the Ebola disease. Thank you for God and my country. Bale munambe basaba sodo kujja kigenda kwogera Luganda embe bazanyo mwe bali ddala atulaba bamperuzi tutte esawa ndoza dakika nga 3 zokka mu nsonyi.
Thank you, Your Worship. Thank you, Your Worship. That was the inaugural speech of His Worship, the Lord Mayor of Kampala. Welcome to City Hall. A big hand clap for the Lord Mayor, ladies and gentlemen. And now that the Lord Mayor is done, while we were there, the Minister for Kampala, I don't know whether I've addressed her right, but at least what I can confirm is that she's the member.
Former minister.
What?
Former minister.
The former minister, okay. But the member of parliament for Kampala Central. Before we sit, we are going to request the executive director to give a vote of thanks. And after that, the minister, the acting minister has said that she's still the minister for Kampala. Let's clap for that. So, allow me at this point, invite the executive director.
I want to thank my team. Just thank my team. I wish to appreciate my team, headed by Your Excellency. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. May God bless you. Yes, thank you, Excellency. I want to thank my team, headed by Honorable Joseph Balimwezo. Can you come closer? Joseph Balimwezo and your team. They will one way. Doctor, one way. There are 4 official ones. Dr. Martha Balimwezo, Deo and Chiza. There are 5. Thank you.
Thank you, Worship. These are the first people to have been recognized by the Lord Mayor of Kampala. They have gone down in history. Indeed, please pass on the vote of thanks.
Honorable Mr. Kabanda, the Minister who has guided Kampala for Pastorate and Metropolitan Affairs for the last 5 years, Your Worship, the Lord Mayor of Kampala, Ronald Balimwezo, Ronald Nsubuga, members of Parliament present, Honorable Authority Councillors, religious leaders who have blessed this occasion, directors, deputy directors, and staff of KCCA, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My work is simple today. I'm to extend a vote of thanks to all of you. I therefore rise to extend our heartfelt appreciation to all of you for gracing this important occasion of the swearing in of His Worship, the Lord Mayor of Kampala City and the Honorable Councillors. I convey warm congratulations to His Worship, the Lord Mayor of Kampala Capital City, upon assuming this important office. Congratulations to the authority councillors upon your election and swearing in today. May God bless you and guide you through your journey. I take this opportunity to recognize and appreciate all of you who have taken time to be with us this morning. Your presence has demonstrated the love for unity, goodwill, collective support towards leadership and development of our beloved city. Today marks not only a ceremonial event, but an important institutional transition of leadership, renewed commitment to service, and the continued transformation of our city. My team, please stand up. Your Worship is deliberately selected the directors, deputy directors, and town clerks to attend this function. The restriction which was put on the public was also put on our staff. If we were to invite all of them here, this tent would only be for KCCA and beyond. They are in their offices working, but their spirit is here, and they congratulate you upon assuming this office. And sit down. If I had given that Receive. Of Kampala Capital City to extend our sincere gratitude to the sitting government for ushering in peace and ensuring democratic processes work. How would we have seen the Lord Mayor? These processes have led what we have witnessed today. It is my prayer that together with the political leadership and technical leadership, we'll be able to work hand in hand for the good of the people of Kampala. Gone are the days when the voters, when the residents of Kampala would wait for lamentations and clap. What they are looking for now is work. With the technical team, Your Worship, we are ready. I also wish to extend our appreciation to the Chief Magistrate, Her Worship Newumbe Kidasa Rita, who ably conducted the oath of the Lord Mayor and the authority councillors. Her stewardship in administering the oaths and the whole process ensured that today's transition is anchored on legality, dignity, and respect for democratic institutions. I would like to thank, before I invite, Honorable Mr. Kabanda for joining us today. She has been a guiding pillar for the city and the metropolitan area for the 5 years. Thank you so much. With my technical team, I would like to answer your support and your continued confidence in building and transforming Kampala. I have said this for God and my country. I therefore invite the Minister, Honorable Mr. Kabanda, to come and close the swearing-in ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Executive Director. Executive Director, don't worry, I'm still the acting Minister for Kampala Metropolitan until when I give the office. That is when they appoint someone to replace me in Kampala. in Kampala Metropolitan Ministry. So I'm still doing my work. That's the mandate we are given. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. I want to run on the protocol which has been observed, but I just want to come. And your brother is my friend. My friend is there. Immediately, that one is my friend. So I want to congratulate you upon this achievement, and we hope you are going to work together. As an MP for Kampala Central Division, cannot say as a minister for Kampala because I don't know whether I'm coming back. Someone who doesn't want to fight with people, I've worked with you, and I want to thank you very much because in Parliament you've been working with us, you've been assisting us. Before going to Parliament, I would not go to Parliament before calling you, Ronald Nsubuga Balimwezo, and I know you're a hardworking person. Friends, don't worry, he's a hardworking man, and he's going to work with us, and he's going to develop Kampala, like he has stated in his speech. So thank you very much. Let's work together. Let's develop Kampala. Let's work as a team and develop Kampala because Kampala belongs to everybody. Kampala ya fefena, siya motom, siya president, siya ange, siya Ronald Balimwezo, but as a practical person, please do like you've been doing. Work has been working and cooperate as you've been doing. So thank you very much for good and my country.
Nze asoose okufuna akaama ka Lord Mayor mukikubire mu ngalo. Well, Supreme Card ali naffe era Lord Mayor ngambye nti akulabye era weewale kujja. Honorable Mpindi mukaama ako Lord Mayor naawe akulabye. Ekirala kyaŋŋambye kyange naye era bwe mwagala omutuukako yenze. We have Honorable Mwadanku Nyingi, Mr. Chikezi, ali wano naffe. Omulala bannange olaba nti no w'amaanyi, oli w'amaanyi nga tetukutteeko. I hope the Lord Mayor is really happy that you have graced this function, and the Honorable Councillors that have assumed office, you are equally welcome to KCCA, and believe we shall work together for the best or for the betterment of Kampala. We are going to have the influence. We have the last announcement here, that is tomorrow. Tomorrow we are assembling for the first council sitting to elect the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker at 9 a.m. We shall also use that same day, the public and corporate office shall take in pictures that we shall refer to for the rest of the 5 years. And please come on time, be here by 8:30, 7:29, we start. During that council session, it is when the date for the next council to present the Deputy Lord Mayor and the executive shall be announced. For now, allow us, and I request each one of you to stand up and we have the actions in reverse.